Welcome everyone to another explainer. Today we're jumping straight into the dataverse to compare two totally fundamental approaches to data management. Think of it kind of like a comic book superhero team-up, right? You've got these two heroes, and each one has completely different abilities designed to save your most precious files. On one hand, you have the tangible, physical reliability of local storage, and on the other, you've got the invisible, omnipresent connectivity of cloud storage. So which one is the true hero of your digital life? Okay, let's dive into this and find out.
Picture this exact scenario. It's super late at night, your absolutely crucial IGCSE homework is due first thing tomorrow morning, and on top of that, you've just snapped 100 irreplaceable family photos from a weekend gathering. The stakes are definitely high here, and the most important question you're facing right now isn't actually what to write in your essay, but where are you going to save the whole shebang? Honestly, the choice you make right here could literally mean the difference between peace of mind and a total digital disaster.
Now, before we pit these two contenders against each other, let's establish what we're actually talking about. Storage is basically the general term for where a computer keeps data and files for later use. It's your digital base of operations. It's the vault where your homework, your games, your photos, actually wait, scratch that. It's where your entire operating system lives permanently too until you deliberately decide to delete or move things around.
Section 1. Meet the contenders.
First up, let's look at local storage. The absolute most defining feature of this option is how tangible it is. It means saving data on a device you physically have in your possession. We're talking about the internal solid-state drive, the SSD, inside your laptop, or, an external USB stick you carry in your pocket. It's storage you can actually touch. It is right there in front of you, sitting on your desk or tucked safely inside your backpack.
And on the other side of the ring, we have cloud storage. Now, this contender operates completely differently. Cloud storage means saving your data on remote servers on the internet. You don't actually own the physical hardware where your files live. Instead, massive data centers, miles or honestly even continents away, are holding onto your information for you. It's invisible, just floating out there in the digital ether, waiting for you to call it down whenever you happen to need it.
And this brilliantly illustrates the totally unique superpowers of each environment. Because local storage is physically on your device, its absolute greatest advantage is speed and independence. You get incredibly fast access to your files, and the best part? It works entirely without an internet connection. Plus, you keep direct, 100% control of your data. Cloud storage, though, offers just insane flexibility. Because your files are on remote servers, you can easily pull them up from completely different devices. Your phone, a library computer, your friend's tablet. It also acts as an automatic remote backup, which is a lifesaver if your personal laptop ever gets lost or stolen.
But, well, every superhero has their kryptonite, right? Let's look at the disadvantages of local storage. The biggest risk here is physical vulnerability. If your SSD crashes or you accidentally drop that USB stick in a puddle, your IGCSE homework is completely gone. Poof. Unless, of course, you made a backup somewhere else. Furthermore, your storage space is strictly limited by the physical capacity of that specific device. Once it's full, that's it, it's full. And finally, it's just a lot harder to access your files across different devices. You can't just easily whip out your phone and pull up a file if it's trapped on your laptop's internal hard drive back at your house.
Cloud storage has its own kryptonite too. Its biggest drawback is its total, absolute dependence on a stable internet connection. Think about it. What happens if the Wi-Fi goes down right before you need to submit that big assignment? You are entirely locked out of your own files. Additionally, while small amounts of cloud storage are usually free, it can get pretty expensive if you have massive data needs or if you hit their transfer limits. And finally, and this is a big one, there are security and privacy risks. Because your data is stored on remote servers owned by some massive tech company, you're essentially trusting them to keep your private family photos safe from unauthorized access.
So, the crucial point is, choosing the right storage solution really comes down to balancing three major concepts. When we evaluate any computer system storage, we have to look at what I like to call the big three: access, backup, and security. Let's break down exactly what these mean for our two contenders.
First up is access, which simply means how and where you can enter and use your information. Local storage wins hands down on the how when it comes to speed and offline availability. If you're on a long flight with zero Wi-Fi, local storage is for sure your best friend. But cloud storage totally wins on the where. If you want the flexibility to start a project on a school computer and seamlessly finish it on your tablet at home, the cloud makes that multi-device access incredibly easy.
Second is backup. This is the act of saving extra copies of your data to prevent a total catastrophe. Remember those 100 family photos we talked about? If you only have them saved locally on your phone and your phone shatters, those memories are just erased forever. Having a cloud backup means a remote server has a duplicate copy, safe and sound. On the flip side, if you strictly use the cloud for everything, having a local backup on a physical hard drive ensures you aren't completely locked out if you lose your internet access or if the cloud provider has a massive outage.
The third concept is security, which is all about protecting your data with passwords and encryption. Now here you face a really major trade-off. With local storage, you have total physical control. I mean, if your laptop is physically locked inside your desk, no hacker across the world can randomly access it over the internet. However, with cloud storage, you are handing your data over to a remote server. And sure, those massive tech companies usually have incredible, state-of-the-art encryption, but their huge databases are also much larger targets for cyber attacks. You're effectively trading physical control for advanced digital protection.
Section 2, the decision flowchart. Let's move to and see how this builds our ultimate strategy.
Okay, here is how you actually navigate this whole dilemma. Step 1. If you're working on a massive video file that requires lightning-fast read speeds or you know for a fact you won't have internet, you choose local storage. Step 2. If it's a document you need to collaborate on with your classmates or you just want to access it from literally anywhere, you choose cloud storage. But Step 3 is the ultimate secret. If the data is absolutely critical, like your final IGCSE project or those irreplaceable family photos, the best approach is actually a superhero team-up. You use both. You keep a fast local copy to work on, and you back it up to remote servers in the cloud to protect yourself against physical device failure.
So, at the end of the day, the choice between local and cloud storage isn't really about which one is definitively better, it's just about knowing which tool fits the job. But as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final, kind of provocative thought to ponder. As we rely more and more on the incredible convenience of the cloud, we really have to ask ourselves, if your most private, important data is living on a remote server owned by a massive, faceless corporation, who really controls it? You or them? It's definitely a question worth considering the next time you hit save. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next explainer.